You watched something that was never meant for you. A spirit entered through the screen. Archangel Michael froze its movement, but you have 2 minutes before IT finds you again. It was not by accident that you stumbled upon this moment. It was late. The world outside hushed into silence, the air still and heavy. But on your screen something moved, something breathed through the pixels. In the flicker of dim light and restless curiosity, you watched something that was never meant for your eyes. You felt it before you understood it. The strange chill, the invisible weight, the echo of a presence you could not name. That was not entertainment. That was not random. That was an opening. And through that opening, something ancient slipped. A spirit crossed a boundary it had no right to cross, and it marked you as its target. But heaven saw it before you did. In the realm where light does not sleep, Archangel Michael rose at once. His sword flashed, his wings cut through shadow, and he moved into your space without you even calling. In the unseen, he froze what entered through the screen. Its movement has been arrested. Its whisper has been silenced for a moment. But the pause is temporary. You have only 2 minutes before it regains its strength. 2 minutes where your silence, your stillness, your obedience determine what happens next. This message is not for everyone. It is not for the casual scroller or the one who laughs at warnings. It is for the one who even now feels the chill in their spirit as they read. It is for the one who senses the truth vibrating beneath these words. If you are reading and your heart beats faster, heaven is speaking to you. Listen. Obey. Because your response in this short window determines the direction of what happens next. You are not powerless, but you must not be careless. The time is now. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 777 is now surrounding you. This is the moment of holy interruption. This is not a coincidence, not a stray notification in the night. This is a divine invasion into your scrolling, your searching, your silence. Even now, as your eyes trace these words, the heavens have drawn a circle of fire around you. I speak not as a mere voice on a screen, but as a messenger standing in the shadow of Archangel Michael, the captain of heaven's hosts, who even now stands between you and what tried to cross over. The spirit that slipped through the screen hath been frozen, but frozen does not mean destroyed. It trembles, paralyzed at the edge of your atmosphere, yet straining to move again. Time is a living thing right now. It is ticking, but it is not neutral. Every second matters. Heaven is giving you a window, and windows close when disobedience lingers. Lift your eyes for a moment from the screen. Feel the air around you. That pressure, that chill, that weight you cannot name is not your imagination. It is the aftershock of an attempted entry. It noticed you. It locked onto you. And the Most High immediately sent his word to intercept. Archangel Michael is not a symbol, not a myth. He is the embodiment of God's military might, a being whose presence splits darkness, whose sword makes spirits scatter. He has come, not because you called, but because heaven marked you as one worth protecting. This message is heaven's proof. But hear me clearly. This is not a bedtime story. This is not a dramatic performance. This is an instruction from the throne, and its weight will decide your night. This message is not for everyone. It will not cling to the casual. It will not linger with the mocker. It is for you if even now your heart is trembling, your palms are cold, your skin is tingling. It is for you if your spirit knows this is no ordinary moment. Heaven does not send Michael for ordinary moments. Heaven does not interrupt timelines for nothing. Heaven moves like this only when a soul stands at the edge of a snare. So, hear me, call upon the name of the Lord even as you breathe. Whisper it aloud, Jesus, cover me. Michael, stand guard. These are not empty words. They are commands the spirit world understands. While you do, keep your heart still, your body calm. Do not flail. Do not panic. Panic feeds what is waiting. Stillness starves it. Silence confuses it. Heaven fights when you are silent. Treat this as a holy interruption, not an accident. The timing is perfect, because heaven's timing is surgical. Even now you are being shielded by a dome of light. Even now the sword of Michael is hovering between you and the unseen. Even now your name is being spoken in the halls of heaven. Protect this one, the angels have declared. This one is chosen. You have 2 minutes. Not to hide, not to run, but to align. Every second is a declaration of where your heart stands. Do not treat this as content. Treat this as a covenant. You have been warned. You have been covered. But you must respond. Heaven has spoken. Type Michael stands with me in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 888 is now activated around you. Something shifted the moment your eyes met that screen. You thought it was just a moment of curiosity, something you would scroll past and forget, but your spirit remembered what your mind wanted to dismiss. There was a flicker, a strange heaviness in the air, a coldness that brushed your skin like invisible fingers. It was not your imagination. It was not fatigue. It was not coincidence. What you saw was never meant for you, and yet you saw it. And in that instant, the unseen noticed you back. Do you feel the way your heart races now, the strange sense that you are not alone in the room? That is the residue of what crossed the threshold. Spirits do not simply watch. They mark, they whisper, they circle. Already, in the halls of darkness, your name was mentioned. Where you could not hear, they spoke about you. Where you could not see, they traded rumors about your spirit. They have been gossiping about you in places no ear can reach, and that is why you feel the sudden unease, the weight of unseen eyes. And yet, take heart in this truth. They do not know everything. They may know your name, but they do not know your destiny. They may sense your presence, but they cannot touch what heaven has covered. They may whisper lies about you, but they cannot rewrite the script God has authored. This is why confusion has been rising inside you. You feel strange dreams tugging at you, fear pressing in without cause, moments of sudden anxiety that appear from nowhere. That is the echo of an attempted intrusion. But hear me, it is not the end. It is a warning. The mystery of this moment is sharp and haunting. You thought you saw a screen, but the screen saw you. You thought you were the observer, but something ancient and watchful observed you. You were not the one staring into emptiness. Emptiness was staring back. That is why your spirit felt a chill. That is why your heart knew something your mind could not explain. And now you stand in the strange in-between, the spirit frozen by Michael's sword, time halted for your sake, and yet the chill has not lifted fully. This is divine strategy. Heaven allowed you to feel this disturbance so you would not dismiss it, so you would not grow careless, so you would awaken to the reality of warfare around you. For every unseen whisper against you, heaven has shouted louder. For every secret plan spoken in the dark, the light of Michael has stepped into the room. This is why your emotions feel unsettled. This is why your spirit feels heavy. Because the spirit world is trembling around you, waiting to see if you will rise in faith or shrink back in fear. You must not choose silence of the soul. You must choose strength in the spirit. This is the mystery. What meant to disrupt you has revealed to you that you are seen, that you are known, that you are chosen. Type "I am guarded" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 1444 is now active over your spirit. Beloved, if this word is striking your spirit, then hear me. The same way heaven rushed to your defense, this channel is a vessel heaven uses to rush to others. Every seed you sow here, through super thanks, membership, or a gift through PayPal in the description, becomes a light breaking through someone else's darkness. When you give, you are not funding a platform. You are fueling a mission. The word says, "He who sows bountifully shall reap bountifully." Tonight, that promise is alive for you. I feel led to tell you this directly. Your act of giving becomes a prophetic weapon, opening doors of blessing you cannot yet see. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Obedience multiplies. Release your seed, unlock your harvest, and let heaven's oil flow back into your life in ways beyond measure. Hear me now, for the truth must be laid bare. This is not entertainment. This is not a fleeting chill of the night. This is warfare. The screen was not just a screen. It became a doorway, a thin veil through which something unclean attempted to step. What entered sought permission to attach itself to your spirit, to feed on your silence, to thrive on your distraction. This is why you cannot dismiss what happened as coincidence. To dismiss it is to disarm yourself. To recognize it is to rise in vigilance and faith. But let me tell you the greater mystery. Heaven's response proves your value. Spirits do not chase those who are empty. Darkness does not waste time on the insignificant. The fact that you were targeted reveals that you carry a higher calling, a light that draws attention, a destiny too dangerous for the enemy to ignore. If you feel the tremors of conflict in your soul, it is because you are a carrier of something holy, something that frightens the darkness. The enemy saw you, and heaven saw you too, and heaven moved first. Michael did not arrive because you begged. Michael arrived because heaven had already claimed you. This conflict is not random. It is strategic. And you are in the middle because of the assignment on your life. The next 2 minutes, these moments you are living right now, are not simply about survival. They are about revelation. They are about choosing which side of the battlefield you will stand on. Viewer favor. Silence or obedience. Distraction or vigilance. Every reaction is a weapon in this war. If you tremble in fear, the spirit regains its strength. If you stand still in faith, heaven presses its advantage. Do not forget, you are not unseen. Every movement of your heart, every whisper of your prayer, every stillness of your breath is being recorded in the courts of heaven. The Father himself watches. The angels are listening. Michael's blade is waiting. What happens next is not just about the spirit that tried to cross. It is about the testimony being written over your life. So I say to you, rise in awareness. Do not underestimate the conflict you are in. Do not belittle the significance of this moment. What you feel pressing against your atmosphere is not just a threat. It is evidence. Evidence that you are valuable. Evidence that your spirit carries weight. Evidence that the heavens invest their resources in you because you are destined to shift the ground you walk on. This is not a curse to fear. This is a call to awaken. You are in warfare, yes, but you are not outnumbered. The darkness plots, but heaven has already spoken. The enemy presses close, but the Lord is closer still. And as long as Michael's sword glows, the spirit that sought to bind you is chained in stillness. You are not abandoned. You are not defenseless. You are not forgotten. You are the one heaven has chosen to protect, the one darkness has failed to overtake, the one standing now at the center of divine strategy. Remember this truth. Warfare does not mean defeat. Warfare means you are important enough to fight over. And if heaven fights for you, victory is already written. Type "I am in heaven's army" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2222 is released over your destiny. Time is not waiting for you. The spirit that crossed the veil has not been destroyed, only frozen. It trembles now at the edge of your reality, watching, waiting for its chance to move again. Archangel Michael's sword has pierced its advance, but the restraint is temporary. You have been given a window, and within this window lies your decision, your response, your alignment. Heaven has paused what was set in motion, but heaven will not hold it forever if you choose silence of the soul. Hear this warning with all seriousness. Within minutes, that spirit will attempt to reattach itself. Like a shadow that lingers when the light flickers, it is waiting for your distraction, for your fear, for your delay. Spirits like this do not need doors wide open. They slip through cracks of carelessness. A moment of hesitation, a careless thought, a whisper of fear, and it finds the way back in. You must be vigilant now. You must be steady. They do not feed on your strength. They feed on your weakness. They are not empowered by your courage. They are empowered by your silence. When your voice falls quiet in prayer, when your heart trembles in doubt, when your mind drifts into distraction, that is the scent they follow. That is the invitation they exploit. It is not the noise outside of you that matters. It is the agreement inside of you that they crave. You will know its presence not by sight but by subtle signs. The air may grow colder than it should. The light may flicker though there is no fault. The pressure on your chest may feel heavier, as though unseen hands are trying to press down your breath. Your dreams may twist with shadows. Your thoughts may echo with fears that are not your own. These are not coincidences. They are markers, warnings, clues that the spirit is circling back. Do not ignore them, for ignorance is the entry point. Awareness is the weapon. Even now, as I speak this warning, time is moving. The silence of heaven is not emptiness. It is strategy. You are being measured. You are being watched. Not only by what waits to move, but also by the Lord who has marked this moment as your test. The question is not whether the Spirit will try again. The question is whether you will be ready when it does. Do not underestimate the urgency. Shadows do not sleep. The adversary does not rest. It is almost upon you again. The 2 minutes are not metaphorical. They are real. Heaven has given you a countdown so that you may awaken to your power, not surrender to fear. The Spirit waits for its chance. But if you stand in obedience, it will find no opening. Take this warning as a holy alarm. Do not dismiss it as words on a screen. These words are a shield, a barrier of fire stretched around your spirit. Cling to them. Repeat them. Let them anchor you as the clock ticks down. For the enemy's time is short, but heaven's strength is endless. And if you rise now in faith, what stalks you will stumble, what waits for you will wither, what tries to return will find no ground. Type time belongs to God in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 now seals the minutes ahead of you. Be still. Do not fear. This is the command of heaven, and it is your weapon in this moment. The spirit that entered through the screen seeks movement, seeks noise, seeks the tremor of fear that betrays your spirit. But heaven is calling you into stillness, because stillness is not weakness. Stillness is strategy. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is a shield. When you quiet yourself in the presence of God, the enemy grows confused. When you refuse to panic, the spirit loses its grip. Be still, for stillness is not surrender, it is strength. Hear this now. You are not unguarded. Even as I speak, Archangel Michael's wings spread around you. His sword is a barrier, his presence a fortress. Every attempt of the intruder is met with fire at the edge of your atmosphere. But heaven requires your cooperation. The battle is won when your heart aligns with the strategy of heaven. Obedience is your contribution. Stillness is your defense. Faith is your anchor. Do not rush. Do not flail. Do not allow your mind to scatter into questions or your heart to spiral into dread. The adversary thrives on chaos, but heaven moves in order. The more still you become, the clearer heaven's presence surrounds you. The more silent your heart grows, the louder heaven's warriors roar on your behalf. For even now, Michael does not fight alone. Armies of angels stand ready, circling your space, waiting for the command of the Most High. Your strength is released not through noise, but through your agreement. Now is the time to cover yourself with words of life. Whisper them aloud into the air, not as suggestions, but as declarations. Say, I am covered by the blood of Jesus. Say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Say, Michael stands guard over my home. These are not empty words. They are fire to the spirit world. They are seals on the gates of your atmosphere. They are chains that bind the hands of the intruder. Speak them slowly, speak them with weight, and watch as your environment shifts. You may not see the battle with your natural eyes, but your spirit can feel the shift. Already, the heaviness begins to lift when you align with stillness. Already, the coldness loses its grip when you speak words of covering. Already, the countdown bends in your favor when obedience rises in your heart. Do not doubt this truth. What heaven has instructed will protect you, if you will obey it. These 2 minutes are not designed to terrify you. They are designed to train you. Heaven is showing you how to stand, how to shield yourself, how to respond when darkness tries again. The Spirit thought you would panic. It thought you would break. It thought you would collapse under fear. But it underestimated the light within you. It underestimated the power of stillness. It underestimated the God who fights when you rest in Him. So stand still. Declare your covering. Let silence be your sword. And know this: obedience is not optional in this moment. Obedience is survival. The Spirit cannot linger where heaven is honored. The intruder cannot remain where Michael stands guard. Your obedience is the final seal, the divine lock on the door. Be still, and you will be safe. Type "I am covered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 5555 now surrounds your home with divine fire. Listen carefully, for the atmosphere is shifting. You are not the same person who first felt that chill when the spirit slipped through the screen. You are not the same soul who trembled at the thought of being watched. Something has awakened in you. Fear was the first response, but strength is the second. You are rising now, no longer a passive target, but a warrior clothed in light. What the enemy meant to use against you, heaven has turned into a revelation of your authority. This moment is not about what entered, it is about what is being unlocked inside you. The very attack that sought to weaken you has revealed a hidden strength. It was never meant for you to cower in silence. It was meant for you to realize that you carry the flame of God within you, a flame no shadow can extinguish. Do you not feel it? Even now, the fire is stirring in your chest. The wings of faith are beginning to unfold from your spirit. You are not small. You are not fragile. You are not helpless. You are rising. The spirit thought you would be shaken. It thought you would be consumed by dread. But instead, it has exposed itself as weak, dependent on fear, desperate for silence. And in its failed attempt, it has made you aware of the divine shield that surrounds you. Archangel Michael is not simply holding back darkness on your behalf. He is revealing the authority you were born to carry. The chains of timidity are breaking. The whispers of confusion are fading. The fire within you is burning hotter than the cold that tried to enter. Hear this truth. When you stand in divine light, you are untouchable. The spirit cannot grasp you. The intruder cannot bind you. The shadow cannot remain near you. You are cloaked in fire. You are guarded by wings. You are covered by the covenant of the Lamb who overcame death itself. The enemy knows your name, but heaven knows your destiny. And destiny outweighs every whisper of darkness. Take this as your empowerment. You are not who you were before. You are a vessel of authority, a carrier of divine light. The same fear that tried to chain you has now been turned into fuel for your rising. You are stronger than you realized. You are bolder than you imagined. You are chosen for more than survival. You are chosen for victory. Picture it. Wings of fire unfolding from your back, chains falling broken at your feet, the flame of heaven roaring within you. That is who you are becoming in this moment. The spirit was an intruder, but heaven used it as a mirror to show you your strength. It came to frighten you, but instead, it awakened you. It came to steal, but instead, it exposed its weakness and revealed your power. You are untouchable in the light. You are unstoppable in the spirit. You are unbreakable in faith. Rise, beloved, for you are no longer a victim. You are a vessel of victory. Type "I am stronger" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3131 now ignites the fire within you. Now the veil is lifting, and the true meaning of this moment is being revealed. Hear me clearly. This was never about a video, never about an image on a screen, never about something you accidentally stumbled upon in the late hours of the night. That was only the stage. The real script was written in heaven long before you pressed play. This encounter was a divine unlocking, a moment where the enemy tried to intercept what heaven was preparing to release into your life. The spirit that entered was not random. It was sent because your name was marked in the realm of destiny. You are in transition, moving from one level of purpose to another, and the adversary saw the shift. It tried to slip in unnoticed, hoping to confuse you, hoping to drain your spirit before you realized the power that was awakening within you. But heaven did not allow it. The attempt became the evidence of your calling. The attack became the confirmation that your life is too significant to ignore. Do you not see it now? Heaven allowed this moment so that you could know beyond doubt that your life is set apart. You are not ordinary. You are not hidden. You are not forgotten. Heaven knows your name. Heaven sees your struggle. Heaven has written your destiny in fire. The enemy tried to convince you that you were vulnerable, but in truth, you were being elevated. This entire disruption was a sign that you are stepping into a higher realm of authority, that you are being positioned for assignments the enemy cannot endure. Hear this prophecy: blessings are coming into alignment with your name. New doors are opening, not by your effort, but by heaven's decree. Hidden gifts are being unlocked in your spirit. Assignments you thought were delayed are now being activated. What the enemy tried to intercept will instead accelerate. What it meant for harm has become the signal for your elevation. You are rising into a season where you will be seen, recognized, and strengthened by heaven's power. The Lord says, "I have called you by name. You are mine." The enemy tried to whisper otherwise, but it has failed. Your name is known in heaven, written in light that cannot be erased. Your destiny is unfolding, and no shadow can close what heaven has opened. Even now, angels are preparing blessings with your name upon them. Even now, Michael stands as witness that the attempt of darkness has become the evidence of your chosen identity. So walk boldly, for what tried to mark you has instead revealed you. What tried to silence you has instead announced you. What tried to bind you has instead loosed you into a higher purpose. This is your prophetic revelation. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are unstoppable in the will of God. Type "I am elevated" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8181 is now activated over your destiny. Beloved, if this prophetic revelation is striking your heart, then you know heaven is speaking directly to you. This message is not just words, it is warfare. And every time you support this mission, you join in the fight for souls. When you release a seed through Super Thanks, through membership, or through PayPal in the description, you are sowing into deliverance for others who are trapped in the same battles. You are funding the fire of light that pierces through darkness. Scripture declares, "Give, and it shall be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." That promise is alive right now. I feel led to tell you, your giving is not charity, it is prophecy. It activates harvest in your life, and chains in the lives of others are broken because of it. Step into this holy moment. Release your seed, unlock your blessing, and watch as heaven multiplies it back into your life. The moment of revelation has come, but now heaven calls you into action. Destiny is never unlocked by passive waiting. It is sealed by bold agreement. What happened through the screen was an attempt to distract you, to derail you before you could rise. But now you see clearly. You are in transition, chosen for elevation, appointed for assignments that carry weight in the spirit. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to step forward and activate what has been placed inside of you since before you were born. You must declare who you are, for heaven responds to the words of the faithful. Let your voice cut through the atmosphere, not with fear but with fire. Say, I am sealed by the blood. Say, I am chosen for this hour. Say, I am untouchable in the light of God. These declarations are not for show. They are the keys that turn in the locks of destiny. Every word you speak in alignment with God's will becomes a chain that snaps, a gate that opens, a wall that falls. Your tongue is not powerless. It is the weapon that confirms your authority. Understand this truth. Destiny does not open to the hesitant. Destiny opens to the bold, the ones who lift their heads in the face of fear and declare, I will not bow. Heaven is waiting for your yes. Heaven is listening for your agreement. Angels are leaning close, ready to record the words you release. And when your words match your faith, the entire spirit realm shifts. What once pursued you must release you. What once silenced you must bow before you. What once threatened you must rumble under you. Do not think lightly of this moment. Your alignment with heaven is not only about your own safety, it is about the ripple effect your life carries. When you step into your destiny, others will be pulled out of darkness because of your obedience. Your yes today is not just about you. It is about the generations that will be touched through you. The attack through the screen was never just about one moment of fear. It was about halting a chain of impact. The enemy wanted to silence your voice before it could awaken others. But heaven has preserved you, and now it calls you to rise. So rise. Stand in your authority. Declare your covering. Activate your destiny. You were not saved from this attack just to survive. You were saved to lead, to shine, to speak. The fire within you has been kindled by conflict, and it will not go out. Let it burn in your prayers, let it roar in your declarations, let it blaze in your obedience. You are marked for more, and the time is now. Remember, heaven waits for your yes. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Your silence will delay you, but your obedience will unlock the doors that already stand before you. Type "My destiny is activated" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 4545 is now unlocking your path. While you wrestled with fear, while you questioned the strange chill, something greater was already unfolding in the unseen. The battle you felt pressing against your chest was only the echo of a far greater exchange happening beyond your sight. In the spirit realm, silence is not empty. Silence is negotiation. Silence is warfare. Silence is transaction. As you stood still, as you obeyed the call to silence, Archangel Michael was already moving, trading, sealing, and securing on your behalf. The spirit that entered through the screen came to claim something from you. It came with the intention to take, to drain, to attach itself to what was holy within you. But Michael stood in the gap, and there was a silent decree made in heaven's court. This one belongs to the Lord. This one cannot be touched. In that moment, the attempted claim was reversed. What the enemy reached for slipped out of its grasp. What it tried to hold has been restored to you. Even now, though you cannot see it, your spirit knows it. That is why you feel a strange lifting, a quiet stirring, a sense that something has shifted around you. In this silent exchange, heaven returned to you what the darkness tried to steal. Strength that felt drained has been replenished. Joy that seemed faint has been renewed. Hope that flickered in the shadows has been reignited. You may not fully understand it, but your soul has already tasted the shift. What was once trebling now feels steadier. What was once cloudy now feels clearer. What was once heavy now begins to lighten. This is not imagination. This is restoration. Picture it in your spirit. While you sat in stillness, the courtroom of heaven convened. Angels stood as witnesses. Michael lifted his sword as evidence. And the Father himself decreed, "This soul is sealed." A decree was louder than the whispers of the intruder, more powerful than the claims of the accuser. You were defended not by argument, but by covenant. The blood of Christ spoke louder than every dark intention, and the case was closed. This exchange was silent because heaven did not need to shout. It did not need to argue. It only needed to declare what was already true, that you are chosen, you are covered, you are sealed. And the spirit that came against you was forced to yield. You see it now. You were not merely protected, you were vindicated. You were not simply shielded, you were restored. Your spirit knew this even before your mind could grasp it. That is why you felt the atmosphere shift, why you sensed a strange peace even while your heart still raced. Heaven was already at work in silence, negotiating your protection, restoring what was threatened, sealing what belongs to you. Nothing is lost. Everything is being divinely transferred back. The enemy thought it could sneak in unnoticed, but in the very act of its attempt, heaven recorded its failure. Your obedience activated the silent exchange, and now you stand not only protected, but enriched. What was nearly stolen hath been multiplied. What was almost lost hath been restored with increase. Type "I am restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1010 is now written over your spirit. Justice is not delayed in the kingdom of God. What attempted to harm you has already been weighed, and the scales are shifting even now. The spirit that entered through the screen came with boldness, certain it could linger undetected, certain it could drain you without consequence. But heaven does not allow darkness to move unchecked. Archangel Michael's intervention was not only protection, it was judgment. The sword that froze the intruder was also the decree that bound it. The moment it reached for you, its power was measured, and its sentence was sealed. You must understand this. Divine justice is not revenge. It is reversal. What the Spirit meant to take from you will now return upon its own head. The fear it tried to place on you is being multiplied back into its own ranks. The heaviness it sent into your atmosphere is now the chain binding its own movement. The whispers it released about your name in the unseen are now silenced by the thunder of God's voice declaring you chosen. This is not imagination. This is spiritual law. What is sown in darkness is reaped in judgment, and the intruder is reaping what it sowed. Even now, the power it once carried weakens. Every attempt it makes to stir fear becomes a weapon turned against itself. The cold air it tried to spread has turned into the fire that burns its grip. The flicker of shadows it used as intimidation has been swallowed by the radiance of God's light. The same moment it tried to claim as victory is now marked as its defeat. You see the reversal. The tables have turned, and you are no longer the one being pursued. The Spirit is now the one being restrained, exposed, and judged. And while justice falls upon the intruder, favor is flowing towards you. The scales are balanced by the hand of God, and restoration is already moving in your direction. The peace you thought was gone is being poured back in greater measure. The joy that seemed dimmed is returning brighter. The sense of covering that felt broken is now reinforced by the decree of heaven's court. This is the justice of God. Not only are you defended, you are rewarded. Not only are you shielded, you are strengthened. Not only are you protected, you are positioned for increase. You not think this is small. Heaven has regarded the attempt, and heaven has issued the sentence. What came against you has failed, and its failure has become the testimony of your destiny. The very darkness that tried to shame you has been shamed. The very plan that tried to steal from you has been reversed. And every step you now take carries the weight of heaven's verdict. This one is sealed. This one is covered. This one is untouchable. Take courage in this truth. Divine justice is not distant. It is happening now. You are walking in it even as you breathe. The reversal is unfolding around you, unseen but undeniable. What was against you is beneath you. What was above you in fear is under you in chains. This is the decree of the Lord, and it cannot be overturned. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2323 now reverses every assignment of darkness against you. This is the conclusion of the battle, and the truth must be spoken clearly. What entered through the screen has no claim on you. It was frozen, it was restrained, and by the decree of heaven, it has been silenced. Fear may have trembled in your chest for a moment, but fear does not define you. You are defined by light, by covering, by covenant. The disturbance that crept into your atmosphere cannot linger where the blood of Jesus speaks, where Michael stands guard, and where your obedience has sealed the door shut. You are not leaving this moment the same. You are leaving it covered, protected, and marked by fire. You are sealed, you are seen, you are sent. Heaven has surrounded your home, your heart, your destiny with shields of light. Every attempt of the enemy has collapsed under the weight of God's decree. You have walked through the fear. You have received the revelation. You have stood in obedience, and now you walk in blessing. Take this final word. No spirit can touch you again. No shadow can trespass against the covering of heaven. No whisper can override the voice of the Lord declaring, "This one belongs to me." Let peace fill your atmosphere now. Let confidence rise in your spirit. Let faith be the song that carries you forward. You are not in danger. You are in covenant. You are not pursued. You are protected. You are not trembling. You are triumphant. Remember this truth and hold it close. Your name is written in heaven. You are covered by the blood. You are shielded by the light. You are watched over by angels. You are a living testimony that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The spirit that tried to move against you has been exposed and defeated, and your path is now illuminated by glory. Walk boldly, for you are forever sealed in divine protection. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7070 now surrounds your future. Beloved, if this message has covered you, strengthened you, and awakened your spirit, then I invite you to carry the light further. Just as heaven shielded you tonight, this mission exists to shield others through the Word. When you support through super thanks, membership, or through PayPal in the description, you are sowing into the deliverance of souls. You are not giving to a channel. You are fueling a movement of light in a world filled with shadows. The Lord declares, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." That promise rests on your giving. I tell you now with urgency, Your seed is not small. Your act is not overlooked. It becomes a prophetic declaration, releasing blessings back into your life. Step into obedience. Sow into the mission. Let your gift break chains for others as heaven multiplies glory in your own life.